Hello, welcome to the Ale and Audio podcast, the Chat Shit Shed section of the show. Welcome if you are listening to us on anything. Well, if you're listening to the full show, Mixcloud with all the music. Hello, thanks for joining us. If you're not listening to us on Mixcloud, maybe you are listening to us on Spotify, on Apple, on Amazon, on Google. Thanks for joining us still. But if you want the full show with all the music, head over to Mixcloud and find the Ale and Audio podcast on there, along with our new radio station, 24/7 streaming Ale and Radio. And finally, hello if you're watching on YouTube. This is the extended and uncut section of the show, and the full show without all the edits, basically, because too lazy to edit. Yeah. So thanks for joining us if you're watching us on there. Big shout out now to our two resident Sheddies who we're going to bring in. Here we go, one at a time. Let's start this time with... Let's go, Dave, first. How are you doing, Dave, of the Hardy Arms in Leicester? There we go. He's got his Leicester shirt on for reasons, because at the time of recording, Leicester are playing tonight.
Yeah, Preston North
right?
End.
Yeah,
yeah, it could all go wrong tonight. But if we win tonight, we could be celebrating or commiserating and making it basically wait until the weekend to do the job. But if we win tonight, yeah, we've won the championship.
We will do some more football chat in a second, because we can't leave Andy out of the football chat. Sure, you'll have something to say about all this. But did you have you had a week off because you were sorting your van out, weren't you?
Yeah, there's been a few little niggles and issues with the van, with whatnot, but I took it to a friend, fixed it all up. I've got it all back. It's on the driveway. Needs a clean, just on the outside, but it is about ready to go and ready for the first big trip of a lifetime. This trip, the next trip first trip we're going to, is probably one of the biggest trips ever.
Right. And are you going to tell us about that in a little bit?
May do. We'll see.
Okay, fair enough.
Element of surprise.
Let's bring in Mr. Dunn next of the Dunning in Stoke. How are you doing?
Hello.
Hello.
Hello, pretty lady.
Hello there, pretty lady.
It's good to have you both back together. I mean, we sort of accidentally...
Yeah, I killed Pablo off last week.
I know.
I bought on a bit of pneumonia. I think what had happened was he'd left his front door open. That's what happened. So yeah, I think he's on the mend, isn't he?
He is sending our best out to Pablo. He's sending our best out to Pablo.
And if he's not on the mend, well, we might join up for a buffet at some point.
But yeah, I thought we'd wait for the football talk before you arrived. You're sorted, 100% out of it, mathematically safe, aren't you?
Oh, that's it. Everybody said we won 3 out of 3. Everybody's saying next year, champ, here we come. We're on the up. What they've got to realise is there's a lot of work to do.
Yeah.
But, safe. It's just nice going into the last game where you don't have to we can get battered for all our care. But it's just 12:30 on a Saturday. What quarter muggins has done that? Unbelievable.
It must be nice going into the last game feeling like that.
Yeah, you're absolutely papping yourself. Your goal difference is horrendous.
It is. But I'm looking at it like this. Look, the only way we can go down is if we lose and both Preston and Birmingham win.
Well, Preston are going to win tonight, aren't they? So they'll be on like a bit of a...
Sorry, I didn't say Preston, did I? I said Plymouth. Sorry, Plymouth.
Oh.
Plymouth. Yeah. Plymouth and Birmingham. If they both win Saturday and we lose, we are screwed.
I just hope Birmingham go down because they deserve to go down. Getting rid of John Eustace when they were top 6, bringing big meathead Wayne Rooney in. They deserve to go down. Just an absolute farce.
I mean, that's the thing. I think Blackburn could technically go down as well. Well, not as well, but one of them. Yeah,
they can go. But yeah, you're the one with the worst goal difference, but you have to. It's in your own hands. Anything other than a loss, you're good, aren't you? So we're in for another ride in the Championship. Dave's going to be fighting for the bottom 3 of the Premier League. Can't believe it.
We'll have to bring in somebody else to the Ale and
Yeah,
Audio.
we'll have to-
Maybe
yeah.
I think Norwich, Canary in the Cockerel.
Yeah, that'll do. Somebody else. Somebody we've got a chance of beating anyway.
Yeah, that's it. Well, Sheffield United, they're down.
Well, who's getting promoted? Who's getting promoted? Portsmouth are back up, aren't they?
Oh, yeah, Portsmouth,
Yes, we're getting
Derby,
Portsmouth fans out. There we go. Portsmouth fans out there.
Blue Hog, Derby.
There you
Blue
go.
Hog. Yeah, I don't
They're
know
on the-
I don't know who Janet'd support, but she's kind of down that way, isn't she, Portsmouth?
Yeah.
So anyway,
Yeah, Dave's going to the new financial fair play rules in the Premier League. Very
I mean,
can't wait. Very
I think we're going to be
can't
minus
wait.
points. We'll be minus points when we start anyway, by the sounds of things.
Yeah, you're gonna have to basically replace the entire squad over summer.
Bar a
You're gonna have to do
38-year-old.
Unfortunately, you're gonna have to do what Forest did.
Buy a load of players.
You're gonna have to. Yeah, it's gonna be crazy. But luckily, this new rule system comes in, should benefit the lower teams a little bit better. So hopefully, the Premier League have verified a replacement to the PSR that's caused havoc for those Everton and Forest fans.
that's it.
But yeah, Forest Leicester derbies next season again.
There we go.
Really can't wait.
Before I want to ask Andy what you're up to this weekend as well, because you got about a little bit. But before we do that, before we finish drinking it, because this sometimes happens, doesn't it, where we finally get to talk about the beer we're drinking and we've already drank it. So, Dave, you sent us these through, didn't you?
Yeah, so I actually won the competition of 12 cans of. So it's a brewery called G3 Brewery. Dunny's got the can. These are from Burton-upon-Trent, where the water is obviously the best, apparently. Yours got dented.
Yeah, mine thought it was Harry Maguire on the way in. Had a pop at somebody.
Same.
Oh, it must have been.
Yours is dented at the bottom. Yours must have been an Anthony.
And the top. And the top.
Emmy's delivery driver didn't like you. But yeah, so G3 Brewery from Burton-upon-Trent won the competition of 12 cans of pale ale. It's called Ripple, and it's 3.8%. The brewery, I had a quick look before we came on. They've only been going since April last year. So they're fairly new to the craft beer scene. I think they've only got 2 or 3 beers available on their website at the minute, but I don't think it's a bad beer, really.
No, it's good.
I was just going to say, I'd not really looked. It's been in the fridge. I've not looked at it. I've opened it, poured it, been drinking it, and you telling me it's 3.8% took me by surprise, because that doesn't taste like 3.8%, does it? It's thicker. It's full of flavour.
To be fair, it poured a bit lively, didn't it? I was a bit concerned when I first poured it because it pours a bit like lager, but once you got the juicy bits out the bottom,
yeah, it definitely. I poured mine.
Give it a shake to wake it, I think.
But yeah, it's a thick, hazy, very light, hazy. Well, thick and very creamy as well. I quite like it.
It's creamy.
Unfortunately, I've only got one.
That Ripple bit is there's just a little bit of sweetness in there, a little bit of something. It's good. It's nice. Thanks for that, Dave.
One can left, and I want to get some more. I think I quite like it. And to be fair, for a Monday night beer, even though the football's going to be on, and probably have something a bit stronger afterwards. But for a Monday night, midweek, it's a decent session beer.
Certainly drinks a lot stronger than it is. Nice.
Talking of strong beers. Finally found, we asked this question many moons ago that I've got an arsenal of beers in my fridge that was worth drinking, and I've got a fridge full of stuff. And you asked me the question, where did the numbering come from on your beer system? And I said it started at 1. But you always ask me what I'd have for my 1,000th drink. Now I'm on 980 odd beers, so I'm coming up fast. So thought ahead. Got to get something in. So I've got something. I'm going to share it with everybody now, just so you can
look forward to it.
Wait for the moment that it's going to appear. Because when I saw this on a shelf, I thought, I've got to have this. This is Omnipollo and Horus Aged Ales Church Whip, it's called. So it's from the guys from Omnipollo in Sweden. It is a pineapple, coconut, white chocolate, vanilla imperial stout at 12%.
Ooh,
this is going to be the 1,000th beer whenever it appears. So keep your eyes peeled. I've seen some good pictures of it and some good ratings of it. So I saw it in a shop and I was like, ooh.
Ooh.
And it cost the grand total of £18.
Ooh, well, it's got to be a good one for
Ooh.
for a thousandth beer. Yeah.
1000th beer. So I'm looking forward to that.
Very good. Yeah. So that what we reckoning? Couple of months, maybe month 2, 3 months.
Oh, it won't be long. Won't be long.
Couple of weeks.
Won't be long. Keep your eye out.
Couple of hours on a big Saturday.
Might have a big Monday with it on.
Yeah, we've got 3-day weekend. 3-day bender this weekend.
We have. Hey! Happy Bank Holiday weekend, everyone. There will be people going out, I'm sure.
Yeah,
we'll find out then.
I'm not having an out.
You went away. You went away weekend though, didn't you? Last weekend.
I was going to say, guess where he went?
To the gift shop again, obviously.
Went to the merch shop.
Straight to the gift shop.
I said to Sam, I must not buy any more beer. That didn't happen. I still came away with I bought it because the label looks amazing. It's a collab with Full Circle.
Oh, okay.
It's called Needs More Dinosaur Double IPA, 8.1%.
Beautiful.
Can't leave that there. There was 2 left in the fridge, so it was if like tempting me to buy it. Well, yeah, I went to Farmyard Brew Co. up near Lancaster. Middle of nowhere, flat as anything. See for miles. Took the weather with us. Lovely jubbly. Stayed on the car park. Free of charge. Bun chicken bun run town. Them chicken nugs are amazing. Beer, amazing. Tap room is massive. It's like full length of a barn. The brewery's downstairs. The dogs are not allowed inside. They've had some incidents. They're not allowed inside, but there's containers and seating outside. Luckily, it was nice enough. And yeah, plenty of beers on tap. Plenty of merch to be bought. Sam's bought herself a tankard clay mug, which I haven't got in here because she's kept it in the house. But I'll try and get a picture of it. Somebody handmade these like tankards. I bought a glass. Remember me and Dave did the tape, the what's it?
Yes.
Could never get hold of a glass. But yeah, got myself a glass. But yeah, I'd recommend it to anybody. If you've got, even if you're in the area, just go and have a see because it's amazing the places. But if you've got a way of staying over, a camper van or a motorhome or even a caravan, there's plenty of shale spaces at the back. You just basically park up and that's it. There's no real facilities there. You're just self-contained, but bars open. Saturday nights open till 11 o'clock, so it was good.
I'm nearly out of Farmyard Brew Co. beers now as well, because I got them when my last Bruiser box a couple of months ago. They've all been very good. Got a couple left. So yeah.
So some of them beers that you had, like the sheep, hoof, things like that. So the ones that me and Dave had last year, like Splish Splash. So they do. Yeah, they do like they got keg lines, but also they have 3 ongoing cask lines. So we were on about this the other week, weren't we? About like you would probably have a bit more cask when you go out. There was 3 cask versions, Splish Splash, and I think it was Chaff that was on. It had just gone off when I got there. They had this Hob Hay cask, and really is really good. But you literally, Sam goes, "That tastes amazing." I says, "It's made there. That's why it tastes amazing." Like it's literally right there. So yeah, definitely worth a visit.
Brilliant. Sounds good. Were you anywhere at the weekend, Dave? I've just noticed. I don't know how long that's been like that, but I've just noticed Dave's change. For those YouTube viewers and for the listeners who can't see the video, Dave's changed his title on his name on screen to "We Are Premier League."
Yeah.
Don't change it to "We Are the Champions" yet, though, don't you?
No, that was tempting fate. That's next week's. What did I do at the weekend? I went out. Well, not out, but I went out Friday night. Had a bit too much.
Yeah.
Felt a bit ropey. Saturday was a slow day, and then we went round to my brother's house and carried on drinking there. Did some more drinking, and then Sunday I had a van day, so there was just loads of little bits after the shitty mess that I was left the van in. When I got it back from the first garage. So I was just tidying every little nook and cranny up and just sorting all our camping gear out. So it's all ready. It's all ready to go. Give it a quick wash on Monday, and then that's it. That's my plan. So,
very good. So before we move on and start our quiz, it's time for a little bit of this. Wish you a beer.
Wish you a beer.
Wish you a beer.
Now, Judith Chalmers was obviously on holiday herself this week, so she couldn't step in. But luckily, her counterpart, Ale Winton, has been north of the border, shall say, sampling some sweet treats. So Dave's going to tell us all about Edinburgh this week.
Yeah, do that, Dave.
It
was.
I'll tell you all about Scotland.
Shall I tell you where the request came from? The Spencer Arms. They've got a plan. They've got a trip planned to Edinburgh, and obviously you're just fresh off the back of a trip to Edinburgh, so perfect person to tell us what to do, where to go.
Ale Winton.
Ale Winton. Obviously, I mean, I don't know if Spenno's a sour drinker, but obviously, yeah. If you're not gonna venture, if you want to stay in the centre of Edinburgh, it's obviously the Wee Vault. So you need to find the Wee Vault. If you obviously wanted to go to the actual main, the bit of a bigger bar, the Porty Vault, is about a 15-20 minute taxi drive, ride out. But Wee Vault's fine, but I recommend booking because it only holds 16 people. So you can book online, and you can either book half-hour slot or an hour. So they call it a quick drink or a few. So because it's not like a kind of place where you'd sit all night long. And then start at the Royal Mile, but start at the opposite end, obviously, to the castle. And Toll Booth Tavern is an amazing building, which actually used to be the toll booth to get into the city many, many years ago, hence the name Toll Booth Tavern. And then Nita Bar, whatever it was called, that's a little on the same road. And then, in fact, I've got a map, because I did a little map, which I can post up. Cannons Gate Restaurant. Now, that's the bar after Toll Booth Tavern. If you want lunch or some kind of food, I had the best sausage, mash, and Yorkshire pudding, like great big thing. Maybe it had haggis, neats, and tatties, or whatever it's called. See if you're going to be traditional Scottish. And then where else went? Deacon's Tavern. All I can tell you is it looks like a bar from the East End. So it's like London, but in Edinburgh. So that was quite cool. And then to finish it off, one of the best pubs that we went to was down some steps. It's called the Jolly Judge, and it's right near the castle. And it's just like a little basement bar. Very small, but yeah. So that's pretty much all I really went to. Obviously, there's other roads and streets all off everywhere, but yeah, I just went down to the Royal Mile.
Have you got our guys that came on the other week, Stuart Brewing, like their little tap room he showed us pictures about as well, aren't they? So.
Yeah, I think you're looking about. I think it's about half an hour away.
Yeah,
but a lot of the pubs we went to had Stuart Brewing beers in, so they had that Holyrood in. What was it, 8 shilling or something like that they had. Yeah. But yeah, so there was a lot of Stuart Brewing beers. Obviously, you got to try a pint of Tennant when in Rome. Yeah,
I mean, we featured it in Brews Round last week as well. It was something that Jan shared with me, but there is another Scottish brewery in Edinburgh, Cold Town Beer, and I've seen that they've just kind of like rebranded all its stuff as well. I don't know if you managed to get any Cold Town beer while you were up there.
I saw some. There is a tap room, and I think that's not far from the castle as well. So if you're around that area, Cold Town, they've got a massive brewery. Well, I say massive brewery, a tap room there, but it wasn't the kind of thing that, like, the friend I wanted to go, who went with us, he wanted like oldie worldy pubs that were hidden like little gems. So, but yeah, Cold Town Brewery, they've got a tap room not far from the castle.
Very good.
And they've got a castle, but Dave never went.
I didn't see it. I didn't see the castle. I was right underneath it, pretty much in the Jolly Judge, and I walked out. And went, where's this fucking castle gone? And it was just like there. But by then, I was absolutely steaming, and I couldn't even see my phone in front of me.
Well, never mind. Well, there you go. That was Wish You Were Beer, and this time it was brought to you by Ale Winton. It's time for your big pub shed pub quiz with your host Jimbo, your contestants Andy of the Dunning in Stoke, Dave of the Hardy Arms in Leicester. So, fancy your chances today?
Davis,
Who?
right up, he's top of the league, mate. He's got nothing to lose.
Yeah,
Do tonight.
that's it. So Dave's team hoping to become champions at the time of recording, but can Dave become champion in today's quiz? We've got usual questions, and then we've got our usual little extras as well that we like to play too. Okay, so here we go. Your first question. It's multiple choice, your first one, so you won't need your buzzers just yet, but there will be an opportunity to buzz in later on. First question's this one. What did London Marathon runner Tom Gibley do while completing the London Marathon in under 5 hours? He either stopped to do 5-star jumps outside every pub that he passed, he tasted 25 different wines, one for every mile, or he ran it dressed as a can of his favourite brewery's beer.
Now, I only know this because I watch Late Night Lycett on Friday night on Channel 4. If you've not watched that programme, it's probably the best thing since TFI Friday. It's nuts. But yeah, I know the answer to this one, so I'm going to let Dave have a guess. He doesn't know it.
Okay,
No,
Dave?
I don't think it'd be 25 wines for every mile because you'd just be sick, surely. So, and obviously they do a lot of fancy dress, and I'm going to say do 5-star jumps outside every pub he passed.
Okay. Be a lot of pubs in London, that won't it, as well? I bet he was knackered, if that's the right answer. Andy, so do you want to tell people what answer you're going with because you claim to know it?
It's the 25 wines of wine every mile, basically.
Oh.
He had.
Well done. Correct.
Different wine. It wasn't just the same wine, it was a different wine every mile he had. And there was a picture of him late on in the race, and he just his glass must have been in like a holder behind his back. Because there was you saw him they showed you these clips of him having the glass, but they never showed you where he got his glass. Well, you just assumed somebody was passing him a glass of wine. But he carried his glass as he was running as well. So every time he stopped, he was and they were just pouring the wine and bonkers. But Dave, you were right. I bet at the end, he just went.
Yeah.
I don't think he had. I mean, I read the article. I don't think they were full glasses of wine. He was just tasting.
Yeah, but even just a little bit of alcohol just make.
And it's not, wine. What's wine? 14? Is it 14% each glass of wine generally ish?
Maybe it's like a new Lucozade. People think wine because they do this thing in France, don't they, where they have this wine and cheese marathon. Maybe the wine is better than Lucozade. It's like these energy gels. Don't do that. Chateau Neuf de Pape, that'll get you right round.
And of course, there is things that exist in like the beer mile and stuff like that. I know we've got people in our community who've ran that before as well, haven't we? So yeah,
I think Joe from the White Fox done it, and I'm sure
I think he's done it, and also
something. Andy RJ Adventures did one, didn't he?
Yeah, he did.
On Instagram, he did this thing where he ran around a track, and every time they did a lap, it was like you had a beer. God knows how you do that.
Yeah, and the strict as well. You've got to actually chug it down your pint. You can't. Yeah, there we go. If anyone else fancies that, let us know. We'll put you forward.
We can film it. We can put it on radio. We can do it live.
You could run around with them, couldn't you, during an interview?
How's it going?
Next question. This one. Why was Belgian brewer? Sorry, start again. Why was a Belgian brewer cleared of drink driving? It's either because the man suffered from a syndrome where his body produced its own alcohol, or he'd been forced to drink alcohol by thugs who broke into the brewery, or it was established he had unwillingly become under the influence of alcohol from the alcoholic fumes. So one of those is a reason why a Belgian brewer was cleared of drink driving recently. Let's go. We're going to have to go. We'll go back to Andy first.
I know it's part of your bloodstream, isn't it? So it's like, could be part of your hormones, I guess. Could be part of that. So maybe the first one.
So you think he could have suffered from a syndrome where his body produces its own alcohol?
Okay. Could be. I know it sounds ridiculous, but yeah, I'm going to go with that. They're all ridiculous, to be fair, but I'm going to go with that one.
I was going to say, which one is the most ridiculous? I'm going to say he unwillingly become under the influence from alcoholic fumes.
Yeah, that could happen because if you're brewing and stuff like that, it could be like, be fermentation stuff. Give you the bends, can't it? Fermentation, the CO2 gases.
Yep.
But no, I'm going to stick with the first one now.
Sensible guesses. So, yep. So Andy's gone for the man suffered. So this brewery was cleared from drink driving. Andy's gone for the man suffered from a syndrome where his body produced its own alcohol. And Dave's gone for the one where this brewer became unwillingly under the influence of alcohol from the fumes in the brewery. Nobody going for he'd been forced to drink alcohol by thugs who broke into the brewery. Has anybody got the right answer? Somebody's got the right answer. Somebody has got the right answer.
It wasn't the thugs.
Who has got the right answer? It's Andy. Well done. Congratulations.
I want to get that.
Same acronym as breaks. Brilliant.
So, thanks to, obviously, as always, thanks to Janet the Box Nouns, who provides a lot of these stories, chief researcher, but also Abitronic spotted this particular one and said this would be a quite a good question to ask.
That is a good one.
Yeah.
They're all ridiculous answers, though. You wouldn't ever think that, would you?
Yeah, doctors confirmed this man had got this syndrome called like you said, ABS.
Doctor.
Sorry?
How good a friend was his doctor? That's the question I would ask.
Exactly. Does anyone else suffer from auto brewery syndrome? I love the name of it. Auto brewery syndrome. No, do you think he's sat there? So let's bear in mind he's been accused of drink driving, automobile, all that kind of thing. He works at a brewery. So you think he's got together with his mates? One of them's maybe pretended to be a doctor. What do we call this syndrome? Last second, auto brewery. That sounds plausible.
It's like those clips you start seeing now on like Instagram, anyway. It's like people get tripped up and accidentally pay for something and carry on walking. That's the same thing, isn't it? You just walk. Oh, I've come away with 6 cans. Oh, I must have a auto brewery syndrome.
That's it. So yeah, if anyone else suffers from that, we'd like to know. Get in touch.
Yeah, I'm going to start saying. If actually does suffer from that, let us know. Because
next time I come in, absolutely off my face, and Steph's like, "You've overdone it again, haven't you?" I don't. I've just got auto brewery syndrome.
But I'm not driven.
I can send her this article to prove it's a real thing.
Yeah, so there's precedence there now, isn't there? That's the thing.
Exactly. So. Yeah. So anyway, but I don't recommend drink driving, and at all. No. Even if you have got auto brewery syndrome, go careful.
Well, that's the thing about farmyard is like that's in the middle of nowhere, but the taxi companies come pick people up. So there's places called Garstang, which is not too far away, and there's another little town not far away. So there's places in between where there's bed and breakfast. There's a lot of those like we call like retreat type places near where it is. But there's taxis to and fro there.
Dave could go and do some more meditating then.
Well, you literally could go drop your car off, get tanked up, get the taxi back. When you sobered up in the morning, have a nice walk back up, and then either pick your car up and go home, or go back in the brewery and have auto brewery syndrome, and then get back another taxi again. So
nice. Okay, next question then. This is a buzzing question. I'll give you multiple choice if you need it. If you need it.
let me
Now,
just make sure it's working.
I think, based on what I know about you two, I think Andy might have the upper hand on this question, just based on interests alone. Okay.
Ooh.
So let's have a look. I think, right?
Knockers.
Phallus shaped.
Here we go. Let's have a look. Rory McIlroy was filmed chugging a beer during his celebrations after he and Shane Lowry won the Zurich Classic. We're talking golf here. Which 80s hit was he seen belting out on the microphone during the celebrations? Andy likes golf, but
No.
80s music is also not his thing. None of you got no ideas. You want your multiple choice? Right, here we go. Multiple choice. Okay. It's either The Winner Takes It All, Don't Stop Believing,
song, is it?
or Total Eclipse of the Heart by Bonnie Tyler, of course.
Like Bonnie Tyler, don't you, Donny?
We love it, don't we, Dave?
No.
So, which of these was Rory McIlroy filmed while he was chugging a beer during his celebrations after he won the Zurich Classic? He was singing an 80s hit, one of those. The Winner Takes It All by ABBA, Don't Stop Believing by Journey, or Total Eclipse of the Heart by Dave and Andy's favourite, Bonnie Tyler.
Dave's trying to press his button, I think.
Your button's broke.
Oh, go on, Dave.
No.
You could give first answer.
Dave,
if it wasn't broke, it's broke now.
Hit it with the wooden cock. That'll fix it.
Didn't fix it.
If it actually did.
I think I broke it. It's just pop.
Stop being Dave.
Brute force and ignorance always fixes things.
Oi, Clarkson.
Still not happening. No. Go on, Dave, you can give first answer then.
I can't remember the answers. Oh, Don't Stop Believing, I was going to say.
Okay. Why have you gone for that?
It's the only half-decent song on there, really, isn't it? Don't stop needing.
I'd say my favourite.
I'm going to go with Winner Takes It All because I'm not choosing the last one.
So, yeah, Dave's gone for The Winner Takes It All by ABBA. Andy's gone for... Sorry, wrong way around. Andy's gone for The Winner Takes It All by ABBA. Dave's gone for Don't Stop Believing by Journey. One of these, or maybe Total Eclipse of the Heart by Bonnie Tyler. One of those songs, Rory McIlroy was singing while chugging a beer after he won the Zurich Classic in golf. One of those hits. Who's got it right? Has anybody got it right? Somebody's got it right, so you can be glad to know it weren't Bonnie Tyler's Total Eclipse of the Heart.
That's because she's in the bin.
She's in room 101.
Yeah.
Well done, Dave. Did you watch much golf, or do you just play it, if anything?
Who, me or Dunny?
Dunny. Well, I don't think you play golf, do you, Dave?
No, I just go to the 19th hole.
I try and play. I only really go for the laugh. I'm not really that competitive when it comes to sport. Golf is one of them sports you have to be competitive with yourself.
Are you a watcher of? Are you a watcher of golf?
I watch a little bit of it. I watch like the major tournaments, but I don't really watch it. Don't go out my way to watch it. But golf is one of those things. Like I like playing for the bit of exercise, and it's a good laugh with everybody else. But it's one of those things you've got to be
get out of golf. Honestly,
you've got to be. No, but you've got to be competitive with yourself before you can be competitive with everybody else. And I can't be bothered with that. So I literally go, have a laugh, bacon and cheese butty at the end. What's not to like? Gets you out of the house Sunday morning, gets me steps in before lunchtime. There's a lad that comes with us. He comes, they call it the ninth 19th hole breakfast. This thing is massive. It's like 2 breakfasts on a big square plate. And we usually finish golf about 11, 12 o'clock. He'll have one of these massive breakfasts, 4 rounds of toast, eat the lot. And when he goes home, he has Sunday lunch.
What a Sunday.
Unbelievable. Yeah, unbelievable. No, he is. Yeah, that's the thing. But it's literally as he gets in the house, like half an hour later, he's having Sunday lunch after he's had this massive big plate full of food. Ridiculous.
Brilliant. Dave, by the way, is still trying to repair his buzzer.
I think I need to undo the screws. And because what's happened is when I hit it, when we were testing it, it's got stuck in there.
Oh, man.
So it's what I need to do is undo it from the bottom and then dismantle it.
It needs a bit of open button surgery.
Yeah, I don't think
can't do
a corkscrew.
No.
I don't think a corkscrew is going to quite fix it. This one.
Are you just supposed to put WD-40 on everything and that fixes everything?
And gaffer tape.
Yeah.
The rule is if it needs supposed to move and it doesn't, WD-40. If it moves and it doesn't, gaffer tape. That's how the quarry's built on.
Is there any rule about if it's supposed to make a noise and it doesn't?
WD-40, isn't it?
I suppose that's just take them out and rub them into it, batteries and all that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, okay. Now we're finally going to put this to bed.
Well then,
what's that pub shed sound?
We haven't got a clue. I know Spenno, while he's been building his shed emporium outside, he's been laughing at us not getting this.
Right. I can say that some people have got the pub shed sound now.
I'm not surprised. I can't get it.
It was guessed. It was mainly from the clues that Spenno gave, which were. Do you remember what the clues were?
No.
So,
Dave wasn't.
I'm not going to play the sound.
I haven't got up to this part of the podcast yet from last week, so we need to replay it and let me know what the clues are.
Well, yeah, I won't be able to replay the actual sound because it'll give the answer. It'll give the answer away if I do. But right, let me go back to what Spenno said because he sent us some clues. You remember, Dave? You said it was something rotating. You thought it was like something like rotating.
Oh, it's this one.
Yeah, it's that one. It's that one. You have it.
This one.
No.
Oh my god! No,
we still haven't got it.
Michael started wheezing last week, so we couldn't really hang on and talk about it. So
go hard or go A&E, eh? Don't
Go A&E and don't go home.
So his additional clues that he gave last week was this pub shed sound is not only just heard in his pub shed, but it's heard in pubs, clubs, homes, building sites, restaurants, schools, and thousands of other places around the world. Then he added, saying, no matter how hard this thing works, no matter how bad the day is, you'll always see him smiling. At the end of the working day, he's always ready for a wind-up. Those are his clues. And after hearing that, people who was listening to Ale and Audio as it streamed live, I think it was Judge Pat that got it first, but then also Abby Tronico, I know, listened to the podcast, the on-demand podcast version of his. She got it as well. Okay, so here is Spenno revealing the answer. Oh, God, I hope I pressed the right button. Here is Spenno revealing the answer. No, hold on. Here we go. Here's Spenno revealing the answer.
So the pub shed sound here at the Spencer Arms, everybody.
So you heard that? That was the sound. You ready?
So the pub shed sound here at the Spencer Arms, everybody, is our wonderful little smiley face Hoover, Henry, and he was winding his cord up after a shift down at Spencer Arms, keeping the pub shed nice and clean. Okay, everybody, cheers.
It was bloody Henry the blooming Hoover. Look at Andy and Dave's face.
He's fucking bored.
Shall we go down?
I didn't get it. And don't forget, I didn't know either. I didn't know until...
Henry's bored.
Until
But what about Hetta?
Oh,
Yeah.
she's all right.
Well, I mean, I had no idea until Pat guessed it, and then I thought, oh, obviously, after you put the clues together and all that kind of thing. But anyway, so that was it. Well done to everyone who got it right, which wasn't many people, but definitely Pat and definitely Abitronic got it right. There may have been somebody else in there as well. Oh, there was somebody else. I'm sure there was. It was someone who messaged me. It might have been Taylor Tavern. There was a couple of people who got it right. So I'm sorry if I haven't remembered you, but well done if you did get it right. There were a fair few. There we go. But it means we have a new sound. So I'm going to play it a couple of times. I think this is... I thought it was tricky, but now I'm not so sure. But I thought it was tricky when I first heard it. So I'm going to play it a couple of times. Wait till we've heard it a couple of times. We're going to cut, and then viewers, listeners, you can check out the YouTube version for the uncut version of this show, where Dave and Andy will be discussing what they think it is. But here is your next pub shed sound. I'm not going to play it for a third time. What is that pub shed sound? Actually, now I've heard it again. It's not as easy as I thought it was.
I know what it is, Dave. It's a fucking Henry Hoover.
Is it a bottle being opened by like a bottle top like thingy? I've got one here. I can't show you it, but I'm fiddling with it. I'm fiddling with my top.
Is it one of those little Skittle games? Where they swing the rope out with the ball and it knocks the Skittles over.
Let's have a listen.
Play it again.
You know what? It's not as obvious. I don't know why. I don't know if it's not as obvious as I thought it was earlier on. Like, 'cause I could hear a certain noise and I can't seem to hear it as much now. But anyway.
Is it the person talking in the background?
No, it's not that.
It sounds like things falling over to me. Like that's why I went with the game.
Yeah.
In other mundane news, though, because this is outtakes, you've asked me before, how do I store my glasses underneath my shelf, and I've never been able to show you. Well, I've had to buy another one because I need an extension. This is what I use.
Very good.
These £3 little pop jobs from IKEA.
They're nice.
Just give you another level. Another level. Put those bloody glasses on that can't stack. So yeah, that's going under here.
Very good.
Mundane pub news.
Did we decide what bread was the best?
I've got something to tell you about
bread.
Right. It was in the news today, and it was in Brews Round, which you'll have people will have already heard if they've been listening to Daily Radio. Brews Round, right? The cost of beer, biscuits, and bread is set to rise because of what?
Yeast.
No. Well, I mean, what's the reason for the rise of the cost? Yeah, very clever. Very clever. But what I know what you're going for there. Oh, yeah, very good.
Is it because we've had Is the farmers are complaining we've had bad weather?
Yeah, pretty much. We've had too much
is
rain.
It lack of barley and wheat.
Too much rain means it's affected bread, biscuits, and beer. I mean, are they the best three things?
Thin sliced bread, Dave. You've got to have party rings because that's got the least amount of biscuit with it, and your beer's got to be like really Carling because it's got no wheat in it. It's just piss in it.
You're shafted if you like bread and butter. Taylor Tavern's
that's a nice can of Carling, Dave.
Hey, it's not a can of Carling though, is it?
It's a candle Carling. A candle of Carling.
Does it? I wonder. Does it smell like Carling still?
Smells like piss.
Well, you've burned Carling before, so you'll be able to remember.
This isn't actually for moi. Well, unfortunately, Jimbo, it's not for you either. It's for a friend that has also got a thing for Carling, and he swears by that this is the best beer that you'll ever drink. So I reached out to the girls at Beer Candle and says, "Can I have that can of Carling with a candle in it to give it to my friend and say, look, you can burn the wee smell. So yeah, send me that. Send me a Stella one. So
Very good.
I'll get burned at the bar.
Nice.
Yeah.
Will they
She
do
does
your
all
own
sorts of
cans?
different-
Will they do your own cans if you send your own cans in? You know, like
I imagine so.
Yeah.
But she does have a massive collection of like.
You saw the state of this can. And this was full. Imagine what this would have been like if it was empty.
She does do her own like craft beer. She does drink craft beer, so there is a massive range of like what cans she got.
brilliant.
But yeah,
Nice.
there was that. There was something else I was just going to say as well. Can't remember now. It was a fact, but I can't remember. Oh
We were talking
shit!
about bread, yeast, barley, wheat.
Oh yeah, it's gone now.
Price of stuff, inflation.
Bread, butter, biscuits. But that's the thing.
Ah,
though,
that was it.
isn't it?
I've remembered. Would you class Pringles as a crisp?
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, you're not allowed to anymore.
Why? Is it because of the
Because then-
tash?
It's because they don't have much potato in it. It's not classed as a crisp.
Hang on a minute. Where does this stand on what's its?
Because if you look on the pack of Pringles, I'm going to see if I can find them on the old Tesco's and see what it says. But see, look, they say crisp.
Do you find them in the crisp aisle? Yes.
Yes, you do. Oh, that's what it's called. It's classed as a savoury snack.
Oh, that's more like leveling it up, isn't it?
But if you look, next time you buy a pack of Pringles, you have a look. I'm sure they're not allowed to class themselves as a crisp.
They're still nice though.
Yes, which flavour though? Salt and vinegar are the best.
Oh,
they like rip your mouth to pieces.
Question for you: how many can you put in at once in a stack? We've all done it. Don't tell lies. You've all done it. You've all done like a pile of Pringles.
I hope Pablo's not listening.
and rammed them in. Mine must be about 10. It's got to be.
Can you remember many, many years ago, and I was in school when these came out, and Pringles did like a little plastic carton.
Yes, I do.
In the shape of a Pringle, and you could put so many in. Put in your pack
School dinner. Yeah.
Before pack lunches were banned.
I wonder if anybody's still got one. If they have.
Yeah.
That's it. Well, there we go. Once you pop, you can't stop. So
hey, same with everything, isn't it?
We've done a bit of bread, crisps, biscuits talk. There we go. So anyway, yeah, they're going to go up in price apparently. So just like the three things in life we all like, you know, a bit of bread, some beer, some biscuits.
I'm worried about people like Toast Brewery who make their beer out of leftover bread. They're like paying this twice.
Exactly.
The leftover bread's gone up.
Their beer's going to be
the beer
has gone up.
They might be toast. To be fair, after all this,
and they might be a bit of brown bread.
Right. Okay, it's now time for. I think 1 minute.
Are you sure about this?
Yeah, it's time for. Oh, I won't go slow here.
Yeah,
you won't go
slow.
Say
somebody's lagging on the internet.
Hold on. Yeah. It was me, I think. It was me. Right, I'm back. Here we go.
Broadband.
You know, I've only got a football game to watch in a bit, don't you?
I got a pub shed in my garden and a bottle shop in my town. I love the craft and perfect draft and a 2-for-1 discount. So when it comes to beer, I need a deal that'll keep the prices at a steal. So I'm calling up Martin Brewis.
Okay. I'm really shocked. I thought there might be a bit more out there with being the bank holiday coming up, but I think it's because we record on a Monday. I reckon as soon as we finish this recording, there's going to be loads of deals just absolutely smashes in the face. So keep an eye out open on our Instagram accounts. Send us stuff if you see stuff.
Yeah.
we will share it. But I have got a few to start with. Dave, you sent me this early, but we did it last week. But I want to do it again because it's worth it. And I saw something else. So the Bruiser, you get this taster pack, $5.99. You're just paying cost of postage. Your first pack from Bruiser, 4-pack of, it looks like Full Circle, the ones advertised, whether it's something different, I'm not sure. But yeah, $5.99. And I did see something earlier. Yeah, if you've done it, you say.
Yeah, that's why I sent it. Because unlike another beer subscription page, you can actually
all the beer subscription services are available.
Yeah, but you can actually cancel that online without having to ring somebody up.
Oh, yeah, we were talking about it last week. Bruisers, and in fact, there's no point cancelling Bruiser because every single month you can just pause it. Just pause it. And I've been doing that for ages. Like, I mean, I've had 2 Bruiser boxes. I ain't got room to keep having them, you know. So you can just keep pausing. There's not really much point in cancel as long as you remember to pause it. You're all right.
There's been some boxes that I've seen by Bruiser and I've gone, oh yeah, actually, I wish I'd had that.
Yeah,
like they did that Verdant one that you got.
Yeah, that was a steal. I would say as well as I did see that. Look into it before you get the 4-pack or anyone gets the 4-pack because I think they were doing like 50% opening offers and stuff like that as well, which means some people might be able to get like 8 beers minimum for about $14.99, something like that.
And if you know somebody who's already got a Bruiser account, they do referral codes, so like you can get a bit extra off as well.
Exactly. So definitely look into it. One
we haven't seen, which will inevitably be because it's Bank Holiday Fridays, Perfect Draft Machines. If you've got one of them, they'll put some stupid offer on at some point where it'll be like 20% off kegs. So I think they've got a new keg dropping to see already got 15% off because of the Bank Holiday weekend. So just keep your eye out for that.
Excellent. One I saw probably opposite from Perfect Draft. I think beer. Is it this one? Is it Beer Wolf who do the others? Is it? Who's that?
5-litre kegs, good prices.
Yeah, so these are on Beer Wolf. I think that's the ones who do subs and talks, isn't it?
Yeah, talks. Yeah.
So they have got some offers on their non-machine based kegs. So like your 5-litre mini kegs. I mean, the top one I've not seen a keg like that before. That Lagunitas one, I've never had a go on them, but it's like a different type of keg. But Lagunitas $25.49, reduced from. Yeah, reduced from about $29.99, I think. And then Paul Anna, 5-litre draft keg, down from $32.49 to $25.99. Good deal, that.
Good. Like we said, obviously about obviously it's Bank Holiday weekend. I have had 2 emails, but both discount codes run out on Thursday because obviously they want people to buy the beer before the Bank Holiday weekend. So obviously, I know Verdant have got a 25% off, but again, it'll be ended by the time the podcast comes out. Vault City doing free delivery if you spend £20, which is near enough.
A lot of next enough. Like we say about sign up for the emails, though. Sign up for those emails because these come around. You get free delivery. Like I think Northern Monk are doing. It's £20 free delivery.
Yeah. Northern Monk also do that free. They're doing £20 at the minute, but they also do free delivery on your first order. So if you've never ordered from there, you can order as much or as little as you want, and it's all free.
So order 1 can with your first order, then order £20 on your second order. You've had 2 sets of delivery.
I don't think I know anyone who's ever done such a stupid thing like that. Do you, Andy?
No, I don't know anybody daft enough to do that.
The thing is, what I've done all I've ever bought from their website is I signed up once and ordered a glass, £5, got free delivery, and then I was like, ooh. I only want to try 1 beer on this because sometimes they don't have. I find that their stock on Northern Monk is really it's really slow to update the stock. But they had 1 beer on there, and I went, I don't want to buy any more beer. So I signed up with another email address that I'd created and got another free. So yeah,
we just created them. It's just Dave's Beers 555 at gmail.com.
I'm going to have another 1 can, please, at gmail.com.
Northern Monk is a glass I want to add to my collection, actually, so I could try that. That's a good idea.
I was about £5 for the glass, so you might as well.
Something I saw. This is good, by the way.
I saw.
Bank Holiday Bundle 20-pack from Polly's, and you get two free beers plus a glass. But it's a big bundle, so you're getting. It looks like you're getting about, I think if it's right, you're getting 22 beers plus a free glass. and that's for
I think so, yeah.
£81.50, which I think I worked out about
Yeah,
£3.
they're going through a rebranding, aren't they? So this is kind
Yeah.
of getting rid of it's not old stock, it's just stock with the old
branding.
labels on.
Yeah.
Not like
we
what Brew
want,
York
it
did.
won't be like going out of date soonish, so it's a really good thing to put on there.
It's I think it means that so it's £81.50 for a 20-pack where you get 2 extra beers plus a free glass. That makes it per beer £3.70, and that doesn't include the glass sort of price as well. So it's not too bad. And Polly's beers are always good ones, aren't they? You can't go wrong with Polly's.
Good. Love that one.
That's it. So they go, oh, and this is quite an interesting one, and I don't know if this is going to be useful to anyone, but I spotted this as well. Does anyone have an O'Neill's pub around? I don't think I've ever been to an O'Neill's pub because I don't think we've got one around here, but there's O'Neill's pubs. Yeah. So if you sign up to the newsletter, there's a lot in London, some in Birmingham. I've seen some. There's one in Manchester.
That one, I don't think it's there anymore.
Printworks in Manchester is apparently an O'Neill's pub. Again, I'm not really familiar with him, but sign up to the newsletter. You get a free drink, and one of those drinks.
Free Guinness, quick!
Free Guinness. Thanks, Ben. If anybody's actually not on, this is not really like money saving expert, but it's more of just like a tip of where I can. Can I buy tenants from? Other than probably like tenants' website. I'm talking like supermarket or like somewhere that I can drive to and buy a couple of cans of tenants.
Oh dear.
Because
Andy, can you see a little another little obsession creeping in here?
No obsession.
No, I've spotted
no obsession. But
I'm worried a little bit because
there's definitely
my worry is Jimbo, right? He will go to a pub, inevitably go to a pub at some point where they've got the glass on the top of the tap for the Guinness, so he can't have that. They've got no craft selection. And he orders himself a calling. And at that moment, he's like, oh, they changed the recipe. This is not as pissy as it used to be.
It's just that I got the glass.
And before you know it, the balaclava's off and not Dave's real Dave. And we're all at shit creek.
No, look. I've just got the glass and I want to... And
yeah.
I feel like I've stolen it for no reason because I can't get tenants, and now I just think maybe I should have one just to, I don't know, just to put in. If I'm honest with you, I don't think it really tasted that great, but it was the 15th pint, and I can't really remember it.
Anyway, if anyone's got any recommendations of where Dave can get some cheap tenants,
tenant super, I'm down for that.
Flash forward to...
There's loads of cheap tenants in Stoke, mate. The rent is ridiculous.
Flash forward 2 months, Dave will be meditating for tenants.
He's getting the T tattooed across his shoulders.
Not on his head, like a red T on top of his head.
Are we saying that tenants is as bad as Carlin? Is that what we're saying?
No, not at all.
I'm not saying it's as bad, but it's in the ballpark.
Is it really? See, I don't remember it really, so I just want to relive my little
I'm just going to say it's probably one of those things. If it's in Scotland, it probably tastes.
Yeah, but it's made it to perfect draft. The perfect draft put it on a keg.
Yeah, Is it still available?
I don't think so. I don't know why I want it. But I think it's just because you can't normally buy it in Tesco's. And I think I've got a glass, and now I want to fill the glass up with something.
Right, Dave. I
need to get rid of this glass.
I'm going to get some tenants, Dave.
I don't think I'm going to comment on its quality or taste because I don't think I've had it enough, and whether I've had it before, I can't even remember, to be honest. But it is it's a tradition thing, isn't it? Sort of thing. Yeah. Anyway,
just want to try it again. That's all.
Let's
put the world to rights. That's all.
Right. Let's do this. When it's Friday night and you're feeling in the mood, you've greased it up and you've applied the lube. So stick it in and pull it out. If you get a splinter, it'll probably make you shout. So I'm gonna look right through the glory hole. I'm gonna look right through the glory hole.
Hey, it's Kev here from the Glory Hole Garden Club in Telford. Welcome through the Glory Hole.
Hiya, Kev. Kev from
Hi,
Through
Kev.
the Glory Hole,
Be
yes.
careful, Dave. You might end up with jaw babies doing that.
So the way it works then is Kev's going to give us 3 clues, and looking through his glory hole, his dirty glory hole, he can either usually see another pub shed, home bar, a beer lover, or potentially even a brewery. Okay, so your 3 clues then. Here we go. Here's clue number 1. Don't guess until the end. Write it down when you think you know and tell us honestly. After each clue, put your thumb up if you think you know, and then I can tell you then whether you know.
Don't have to press the
yeah.
buzzer.
There we go. Okay. Clue number 1. Through the glory hole. Over to Kev.
This week, you're going to need to guess the brewery. This brewery is based in the south of England and started life in a garden shed in 2012.
A brewery that started life in a garden shed in 2012 in the south of England.
Most breweries have started in some sort of shed, weren't they?
Thumbs up if you think you've got...
2012, though. 2012.
I'm guessing none of you have got a firm answer yet for this.
No, the one I'd think of is only just released their 10th birthday, so that's 2014, isn't it? So,
okay, I suppose it depends when they classed itself as actually establishing, and you know, sometimes they might have been going as home brewers, and then I don't know.
Yeah, maybe.
We'll see.
Maybe.
We'll see. Clue number 2, then.
In 2013, they moved to a railway arch and then moved again in 2017 to their current location, which is directly opposite what some people call Heineken Town.
Okay. So 2013, they moved to a railway arch and then moved again in 2017 to their current location, directly opposite what some people call Heineken Town. Still stumped?
This is a good one. These are good facts. I didn't know this.
But you'd see not quite sure who the brewery is yet then?
Nope.
No? Okay. Next and final clue.
Their top listed beer on Untapped is Pale Fire, a 4.8% American pale ale.
Really?
Pale Fire, 4.8%.
Pale Fire is one of those desert island beers. Pale Fire.
Dave, are you out?
I feel like I should know this, and I feel like I should probably have drank the beer, but I can't remember. Yeah, you drank it.
Exactly had one of their beers. The Catamaran was one of them, Dave, with the ice creams on the label.
I think I've had recently like things like Queen Knave, I think is one of them, like Disco.
Good one.
Something.
Very similar logo to this, to be fair.
Did they have one called what I've had recently? What the fuck was it? In fact, I drank it. In fact, I'm backed.
Go on, let's see what
I
Dave's
don't have
got.
one in my fridge, and I've got that one.
I think it was King or Queen Knave. I remember having fairly recently, and they did it.
Knave,
Yeah.
Now chuck the can.
Pressure Drop.
Pressure Drop.
One.
Well done if you got it right. This week through the glory hole, I was looking for Pressure Drop Brewing. Have a good weekend, everyone. Thanks.
Hey, cheers, Kev. And well done to Andy. Yes, Pressure Drop. Very good.
They've done a beer. I think it's fairly newish called the Gradients. Don't know if you've tried it. New England IPA or New England Pale. It's an amazing beer.
Yeah.
Had it on tap at Pinson's, and that good. I bought a couple of cans of it as well.
Yeah, that Pale Fire is like a desert island beer. That's how good that's one of those beers. Pale Fire. If you've not tried it, go and try it. I'm telling you now. If you tried it and they've got it in, I mean, most places it's pretty cheap because it's not a strong beer. It's just a pale beer, isn't it? But
no, I've not had that. But that Catamaran one is one of my favourites that they did.
Amazing.
Yeah, that's one of my favourites they've done.
There we go. go give them a try. That's Pressure Drop, and that was who was today's Through the Glory Hole.
Hello everyone, I'm the Compare Without Compare, and here at the Ale and Audio Pub Shed tonight, I'd like to introduce our turn, Sheddie Mercury.
Hey, you need.
Hey, oh,
Hey, you need.
hey, oh,
Hey, I can't believe we've managed to get him out of hospital in time for this.
I know it's mad, isn't it? I mean, the chances of Pablo Discobar and Sheddie Mercury both getting pneumonia
Unbelievable.
in the same
Yeah.
few, they were sharing a bed next to each other, weren't they?
Must have been,
Like,
yeah.
Pablo was trying to get some sleep, and all he could hear were honestly, Pablo said he could not get any sleep. Anyway, there we go.
Amazing.
But anyway, we're sending all our best to Pablo, obviously, and I hope he gets better, along with Sheddie Mercury.
Hugs and kisses for Pablo.
Yeah, and despite the illness, he's come through, Sheddie Mercury, and he's provided us with a song for you to guess. Today's theme, by the way, is away theme songs. So songs that have got away.
You and me belong together. You and I forever and ever.
never.
No
matter where you are,
you're my
guiding star. Okay.
Brilliant.
So if he's singing that, you've ruined it. But I don't think he is. Right. So here we go.
Is it the home and away theme tune?
What Sheddie Mercury singing? Take it away. I'll play it one more time. I know what you're
Is that the
gonna
Angry
do.
Away theme tune?
I know what he's gonna do. Do you not know? I know what he's gonna do. I'll play it one more time.
Walking on the moon.
Pablo said you would do that.
Take my breath away.
Take my breath away. If you're not, it's Phoenix Nights, Dave, when they're trying to guess the and they stop it and what is it? What is it, Andy? We'll shit him.
He says,
Quiz.
we've got the answers. Do you know the questions? No, but you never know.
So yeah, it's do you remember
that shower of shit?
So you remember the artist, or do you not know the artist?
I honestly don't know the artist.
Berlin.
There you go.
Berlin. There we go. Yep,
Walking
take my
on
breath
the
away.
Take my breath away. My
Brilliant.
love, walking on the moon. Put it down.
They give it away loads of times first, don't they? Keep playing the song title and things. Yeah.
That's coming Japanese, not that one.
Right. Well done to everyone who got that right at home as well. We had to that for. I mean, Pablo will be rolling around laughing. He was expecting you to do exactly that. So there we go. Right. It's time for What's in Jan's box? What's in Jan's box's box? What's in Jan's box? What's in Jan Box's box? What's in Jan's box? What's in Jan Box's box? What's in Jan's box? What's in Jan Box's box?
Hi guys, Jan here from the Boxing Hounds, and I've brought along my famous box. Can you guess what's inside it this week? 20 questions, and I can only answer yes or no.
Okay, Jan's box time. What are they going with then? Obviously, the way it works, well, Jan's just explained how it works. So there's something in Jan's box, pub shed related, garden related, something outdoorsy, home bar related in general. Dave, you weren't here last week. Do you want to start us off? Dave says, is it
Made out of wood?
No.
Oh, no.
Is it made out of plastic?
No.
Is it drinkable?
No.
Is it made out of metal?
Yes.
it's 4 down? I think that.
Yeah, that's.
I'm
Is
down.
it in the? Do you use it for serving drinks or opening drinks?
No.
No.
Does it make a sound?
No.
I think that's 6.
Metal. Metal doesn't make a sound. I use it to serve as drinks. Is it for inside the pub shed?
Yes.
Is it for decoration?
No.
You have to think about that, Dave.
I think if I said if it would have been a yes, it would have just confused matters. So I've said no.
Okay. So it's metal.
Is that
Doesn't make any sound. It's for inside.
I think you're on about 8 as well now. Yeah.
Nate. Yeah.
Don't use it for serving drinks. Is it something that's disposable quite a lot?
No.
Good question. Can you hold it in one hand?
No.
Oh, it's big. It's a big boy, Dave.
So I was thinking like bottle top. Doesn't make a noise. Doesn't use, it's made of metal. It's not decoration, but he did and ah on that because I've got bottle tops on my decoration and not necessarily purposely made for decorations, are they?
Nope, that's correct.
Nope, what? Metal inside the bar.
I think you're on 9. That might be me being generous. But anyway,
10.
9. Are you on 10? Okay, 10.
Inside the bar.
Halfway through.
Inside the bar. Metal. Do you have one, Jimbo?
No.
I'll be generous on this question. I don't have one. I'm not sure about Andy. I think you might have, Dave.
Quick, Dave. Look round.
That's me being generous there. I can't say for sure for Andy. I can't say Andy for sure, but I don't think Andy has.
Does it have lights on it?
No.
Oh, this is tough.
Don't think so.
Oh. So I've got one.
There's nothing to stop you. There'd be nothing to stop you putting lights on it or around it or near it. You probably wouldn't. You wouldn't.
And it's not for decoration, though. Or it could be, but that could confuse matters.
But I could have one in the bar.
But Dave could have one.
On
Doesn't
12.
make a sound. It's metal. You can't put it in one hand. It's not for decoration, but that would confuse things.
It's a good. I think it's a good one. This.
It is a good one.
So it's that good. I'm looking through the bar. Not used in serving of drink.
Hold on a minute. Has Andy just got a little idea?
Can you sit on it?
No.
Don't think so. Oh. What were you thinking? It doesn't count as a guess.
Barstool, I was going to go with.
Doesn't count as a guess. I thought you'd got it then from doing that.
I took a step back.
It's brilliant. If anyone watches the if you've not watched the YouTube versions, this it's brilliant. Andy and Dave just start like wandering around the bars trying to find.
You know what? Do you ever stand me on the other side of the bar and think
you could put lights on?
What did you say?
Do you ever stand like this side of the bar sometimes and go, yeah, that's all right, that is. And just think, oh, it's nice this side of the bar. I'm always the other side when people are around.
Jimbo only sits that side of the bar. He don't sit behind in case he knocks his bar over.
Exactly. Too much crap behind mine.
Too wobbly.
I think we're on about 13, 14 now. This is getting tough. This is
what have
I
got? What have I got? There's metal. Not using metal. The Dunny's not got.
I don't know. I don't know.
He doesn't know.
I don't know.
When he came here, he just put his coat down and forgot it.
I seem to think you've got one, Dave.
This is stressful. This is stressful.
This is mad. Metal. You could put lights on it, but you don't have to.
I won't get carried away about the lights. And just
it could be decorative, but I wouldn't get carried away because that confuse matters.
Yeah. I mean,
make a sound.
I think if we had
a sound, you can't hold it in one hand.
I think if you had one in your bars, it would be more decorative than purposeful. Whereas real bars, I'm not saying yours aren't real bars. Obviously, we've all got real bars. I know. But you know what I mean.
Take the tie off air.
In an actual pub, they are probably there for a more useful reason. Whereas we might have them to give it that feel of a real pub sort of thing.
Is it the bar that goes around the bottom of your bar?
Yay! What's in Jan's box? What's in Jan's box's box? What's in Jan's box? What's in Jan's box's box? What's in Jan's box? What's in Jan's box's box? There we go.
Bloody footrest.
I've got one.
I don't have one.
It was a foot rail.
I thought Dave had a foot rail. Yeah. I was right then. So I see. I'm quite more observant than I give myself credit for. But there we go.
I've already been here once.
Yeah. Oh.
I even went that side of the bar.
What was going to be your next guess then, Dave? After that, what was you clutching at? What was
a massive metal penis?
No, you daft cunt.
Anyway, there you go.
I was going to say this can crusher.
No, it's fucking not.
Anyway,
sorry, Dan. Balls to you too.
So there we go. It was a metal foot rail. Well done. That were close this week, and that were a toughie as well. There we go. Well done. My help, to be fair. But anyway, we go. It's time for Home Bar of the Week. And this one, I didn't write out to get more information because we already know this bar. And I did say on Instagram a few weeks ago that I would give them a little feature. So this is actually a sister bar to another of our home bars. And it's the Thunder Island Garage Bar. That's Thunder_Island_Garage_bar. in Wisconsin, of course, because it is the sister bar of the Black Swan Speakeasy. So yeah, a cigar-friendly garage bar that combines their love of Margaritaville and Harley Davidsons. So we know that the Black Swan Speakeasy, Garth at the Black Swan Speakeasy, and obviously his lovely landlady, his partner, they absolutely love their bikes. And yeah, they open in every summer after they've had the winter down in the basement in the amazing Black Swan Speakeasy. They head upstairs and get all sorted out in the Thunder Island Garage Bar, which looks a little bit like this. And he had his feet up the other day. I think this was Sunday or Saturday.
Sell that picture for a tenner.
There we go. Yeah, you can. On Only Feet. Yeah, there we go.
Yeah.
So
Only corns. Yeah.
It's a great. It's a brilliant looking place. Obviously it naturally has got a lot more light than what the Black Swan Speakeasy would, with that being more like a basement bar type thing. And the Black Swan Speakeasy bar is a great bar, and this has kind of got a different sort of vibe to it, a lot more summerish sort of thing. Just show you a few pictures up there as well. It's a big old space because obviously it's a garage bar, so they can get a lot in there. They've just spruced it up, ready for the summer. Loads of great signage up in there as well. I know they've got the luxury of lots of great, nice breweries around them there in Wisconsin as well. And quite often they like to get out on the bikes. And there you go, you've got the bikes there, which are normally parked up in the bar, obviously as well. And I thought getting a shot, because we don't have this kind of thing quite as often, do we? These like big, massive. If we have a garage, it's quite a small garage, isn't it? In the UK, it tends to be like one car. Whereas in America, they've got like massive garages, like double space garage sort of things. And
cars are massive, that's why.
Exactly, yeah. But yeah, you can see in there how it kind of looks from the outside. And yeah, I mean, I think they just, they really use it as a really sort of like summer type bar for them, which is obviously good when they get the weather finally. So make sure you give them a big follow. Just a reminder, that's Thunder_Island_Garage_Bar. And like we said, it's the sister bar of the Black Swan Speakeasy, Garth, over at the Black Swan, who's a big listener, along with his landlady as well. And they're always off out biking and stuff like that as well. So there we go. You like that one?
That's a good one, that.
Good one, that one.
Exactly. Give them a follow. I think for a while, I mean, initially a long time ago, I kind of saw this other bar and kind of thought they were a completely different thing. And then it wasn't until, over time, getting to know Garth, and obviously when we had him on Pub Shed sessions and all that, realised that they were sort of the same thing. But that's great. I mean, there's not many other people out there who've got two different bars, are there? So,
No.
Absolute luxury. Nice one. So, what are you both up to at the weekend?
Well, there's a thing I missed from last week, which wasn't quite the weekend, but I mentioned it a month or so ago by mistake, and I mentioned it again. I was kindly invited along to Knutsford's 10th beer festival at Knutsford. I went Thursday night last week, crazy school night, went mad. So big thanks to Dave at the Hop to It Beer Club. Go follow him. But yeah, nice selection of casks and keg beers. Quite a lot going on. 48 beers in total there was. I think the tickets were like 10 quid, 12 quid, depending on which session you went to. Tokens were £1 each. Both bars, so keg beers were all a third beers for 2 tokens. So that's 2 quid for a third, regardless of the strength of the ABV. So there's Imperial Stouts on there for two tokens, which isn't bad. And then cask beers were all halves for 2 tokens as well. So it's pretty good. Pretty good deal. So yeah, went to there for an evening, met up with a couple of other people that didn't know we were going. But yeah, it was very good, that was.
So how far away is Knutsford from you then?
It's about 30 minutes, 40 minutes tops. Okay. It's not too bad. So go up the A50, you can kind of go up the motorway if you want to, but we can kind of cut a corner. So it's not too bad. But that's where Dexter and Jones is as well. So we popped in there. Then we got loads of camp. That's where I ended up getting Yonder's beers from. Because Sam was obviously kind enough to drive on a Thursday night. So, but that was last week. So that was very good. So keep your eye out for these local beer festivals all kicking off. You've got to go try them. Nice little glass.
Well, that's it. We spoke to Crafty Beer Dog earlier in the show as well about his beer festival. Yeah. So he was on earlier on.
But this weekend, obviously, football's early doors Saturday, bank holiday weekend, so we've got extra Saturday to enjoy. So probably some pub shed sessions. I might have a beer out of the box that's happened. Depends on if it delivers. Yeah, hopefully the weather's decent because it's been a bit windy and horrible, hasn't it, really, to be honest. So I've got jobs to do in the garden, when you look at things and you're like, oh my God, my border looks a bit like Don King. So I've got to sort it out. The side of the house I think I mentioned it last week, so world's biggest dandelion has got bigger. So I need to lance him. I need to bring him down to root. But yeah, I think there's just jobs to be done. You can't go out every weekend, can you?
No.
Your house will be just a ruin if you did that. So that'll be me.
There we go. Dave, yourself, you're going to be hopefully celebrating your Premier League title.
Yeah, hopefully. Obviously, kickoff's 12:30, isn't it? So, it's just a normal Saturday morning routine. H is going to go to the football Saturday. And Sunday, we're going out to like a little local farm. And then Monday, to be fair, I'm probably just going to clean the cars on the driveway again.
Yeah, I might do a bit of car washing, Dave. Get my suds out. I might do it naked car wash.
Can I come round?
Yeah.
How much? £5.
Whatever. Donations welcome.
Yeah, just a bit of house admin this weekend, really. Just getting those shit jobs done. Obviously, along with a few beers, and probably Saturday night be in the bar or in the pub shed for a bit. So, yeah, that's about
excellent.
It, really.
Enjoy. I mean, I've as of the weekend just gone, or last weekend, I sorted out the shed extension as our roof refurb that we did a few months ago. Didn't really go to plan. And it was kind of like the wooden. We replaced the tarp, which we'd stretch over the sort of pergola thing on this top of this wood. We'd replaced that, but we should have probably taken all the wood off because that had kind of warped. So it was gathering water, and then because of all the rain we've had, every time it rained, you were taking your chances going in and out of the shed because the water had just rather than trickle off, it was like a gun. It was like what do you call him? Dave Benson Phillips gunge tank. You were like trying to run, trying to escape it. So we've completely stripped it back. We got some new OSB board, weatherboard. That's on the top, all fixed up, nice and the new tarp stretched. We bungeed it as well because we think the bungee is better than nailing it on because it'll just sort of ripple if we don't stretch it out and keep it tensioned. So it's And I'm gonna have visitors. Round to watch Sheffield Wednesday probably somehow throw it away, maybe. I don't know, but we'll see. So there we go.
We're very good at snatching defeat from the jaws of victory. That's the thing.
Yeah, that's it. And well, if it's like last season when we got everything in the last few minutes, didn't we, and stuff like that, we'll end up doing the complete opposite this year. So hopefully, by the time we do his next podcast and by the time we do his next episode, a couple of weeks' time, hopefully we'll still be a championship team. There we go.
Are we off bank holiday?
We're off bank holiday.
Right as well. Bank holiday off, lads.
Radio, the radio's taken up quite a lot recently, so we need to have a bit of a refresh, and we're back the week after that. So this is his last episode for a little bit.
What date's that?
We're going to be back on the 17th of May, I think it is. Is it Friday 17th of May? Because on that day, we're having Paul from the Kraken Night Pub Shed doing his draw for who wins his amazing picture of the Sycamore Gap.
Nice.
So there we go. So we're doing the draw on that.
So what is happening in the meantime while we're off air is Dave's got his van back together. Yeah, we heard
Honestly,
this.
I'm so excited.
Dave's all tight. He's going to be tidied up, sorted out, stocked up, and me and Dave are going to be meeting at a place, an unknown secret location. We don't want fans turning up asking for autographs. No, we're on holiday. We're meeting up for a couple of nights in the vans with the cans, and you'll see what sort of state we probably get into. Inevitably, you've all seen the IT crowd, right? The little box that's the internet. We've got one of those boxes, so we'll take the internet with us. If the signal's okay. We might even go live at some stupid point. But yeah, it's about to chill out Help Dave with his canopy. Yeah. See
If
New
you-
where we're at.
warning, I don't know how to put up yet.
If you struggle with radio, send us a couple of clips and I'll stick them on internet. Sorry, I'll stick them on the radio for you.
On internet.
I'll stick them on radio for you.
This weekend, that weekend will be called Only Vans.
We're even taking pineapples with us.
Oh no.
Yeah,
We've been warned about this.
that's it.
Well, hope you have a good time. We'll keep an eye on your Instagram then for what may not be happening, depending on Tinterweb and all that kind of thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, have a good in both. We look forward to the photos and enjoy your beers and your vans. Thank you very much. What number are we going for?
Numero uno.
Number 1. Here we go.
Dave shit. Dave shit. Dave shit. Beer facts of the week.
So, beer facts of the week. I've got the 5 most unhealthy beers that you should apparently avoid. So, coming in at number 5, you've got Corona. Number 4, I'm a bit disappointed on this, Guinness Extra Stout. Yeah. Number 3, this is really weird because it's obviously sold as a lighter version of beer, Miller Lite. So for the Americans, apparently it's really bad for you. Don't touch it. Number 2, now this is obviously going to be quite a bad one, Newcastle Brown Ale. And the top beer that you're supposed to avoid, we mentioned it earlier in the show, and it's Lagunitas IPA.
Oh.
So don't buy that keg.
Bad for you.
Bye-bye.
But it is on offer.
See ya.
Bye.
Bye.